Okay, it's time for the first review of the show. This is a review of a movie called A Hologram for the King, which came out this year, in the spring of this year. Directed by Tom Tykwer, who's probably best known as the director of Run, Lola, Run and Perfume, the story of a murderer. But he also collaborated with the Wachowskis on the movie Cloud Atlas and on the Netflix series Sense8. So it is a comedy drama starring Tom Hanks, based on the novel of the same name by Dave Eggers, and also stars Alexander Black, Sarita Chaudhry, who's probably best known for being in TV's Homeland, Sidzi Babett Knudsen, who was in The Duke of Burgundy a couple of years ago, Peter Strickland's movie, Ben Whishaw, and Tom Skerritt. That's a great cast, actually. And it tells us this film tells a story of a washed-up, pretty desperate American salesman played by Tom Hanks, who arrives in Saudi to try and sell the new conferencing system to the Saudi government. But when he arrives there, his team are in a tent. They have no money, they have no food, they have no Wi-Fi, so they have no way of contacting the outside world. And Tom Hanks' character is persistently late to all of his meetings as he's struggling with the jet lag. And he meets up with a sort of attaché to the Saudi government, who's a Danish diplomat, played by Sidzi Babett Knudsen, who takes a bit of a shine to him, it has to be said, and offers him some alcohol, which is of course forbidden. And he has a bit of an incident with the alcohol, but luckily he's already met a doctor in Saudi, and he manages to get her out to help him. And the two strike up there's a bit of a spark between the two of them, but obviously it being Saudi Arabia, this is quite a difficult thing to pursue. But meanwhile back home, there's all kinds of bad things going on. He's going through a pretty messy divorce, and although his daughter is kind of staying on quite an even keel through all of this, which is pretty good for him. So this film kind of meanders a little bit, I would say. I'd say that Tom Hanks is on very good form here. I think Tom Tykwer is a very talented filmmaker, and can sort of get to the heart of a movie and the heart of a story very easily. What kind of trips it up though is the meandering, as I mentioned. It kind of towards the middle of the film wanders into the desert for a while, for a little break, and then comes back again. And where it works very well is when it's focused, I think. And I'm trying not to give too much away, as usual, but I think that the sort of budding romance between himself and between Tom Hanks' character and the lady doctor is very well handled. And there is a scene towards the end of the film that is very beautifully done, very, very tastefully done in terms of this kind of thing. Again, not going to give too much away about that, but only has a 70% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which isn't very good. I think that it is better than that. As I said, it does meander a bit towards the middle, but that doesn't really matter. I think that what carries this through is the strength of the central performances, which are very, very good. Tom Hanks is maybe he wouldn't like to be called dependable and solid, but he is all of those things as an actor, and you can rely on him to deliver a very good performance in pretty much anything he does. And this is no exception. So I think that this is good. I think it bombed at the box office, sadly, but it's out now on DVD and Blu-ray, and I think it's worth a look. I really do. So it's rated 12 in the UK, and I think you should check it out.